YouTube. It's Bryson Strange here. Today we're going to be reviewing the history of the fm&p subdivision. It closed down in 1987 by CSX because particularly coal traffic and a washout between Morgantown and Fairmont or something, or south of Morgantown washed out half the tracks, so most of the trains were rerouted. So we're going to learn about the history of the FMP Railway. Credits to all the sources that I'm going to use or have used in this video. So let's get into the video. All right. Fairmont Morgantown Pittsburgh Railroad is the actual name of it. In 1852, the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad undertook a significant engineering feat as it forged its way across the Allegheny Mountains. Starting west of Cumberland, Maryland, and extending further beyond, this ambitious project involved the construction of 11 tunnels, 113 bridges along the stretch between Cumberland and Wheeling. Among these, a bridge built over the Monongahela River gained distinction as the longest steel span in the United States at that time. Deciding what these developments, James Otis Watson and hit excuse me and hit and hinted that the first commercial shipping of coal by rail in the region were the same in the same year. In the early 1860s, witnessed a huge surge in mining activity, largely fueled by influx a capital from Baltimore. Several new mines were established during this period. Many were linked to business interests of Watson, A and B, Fleming, marking a period of rapid industrial growth in that area. In In March of 1881, Iron Valley and Morgantown Railroad was established. Subsequently, in September 1883, it underwent the name change, becoming known as the West Virginia Midland Railway. No work was attempted with both companies because lack of financing. On December 10th, 1883, the Fairmont Morgantown Pittsburgh Railroad was established with the financial backing from the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. The FMP aimed to build a new line along the Monongahela River, stretching from Palatine Junction, just north of Fairmont Morgantown, and further extending to the Pennsylvania state line. There would connect with the State Line Railroad, linking Uniontown, Pennsylvania, and the Fayette County Railroad, which extended to Green Junction and the Collinsville area. The line would serve as a strategic cutoff between the B&O's main lines and offer additional coal traffic, sources, and interchange opportunities with the Monongahela Railway. In March of 1884, the West Virginia Midland Railway sold a segment of its planned railway to the Fairmont Morgantown Pittsburgh Railroad in August of 1893. The State Line Railroad merged with the FM&P. The 32.7-mile stretch of the FM&P from Fairmont to the Pennsylvania state line was inaugurated on April 12th, 1894. With the entire through route to Uniontown covering 56 miles, it had branches from Fairmont to Holton to Hewickman Run Junction to the end of the line. As anticipated, the FMP emerged as a significant coal transporter, facilitated by opening new mines, a spur along new routes, besides coal. The line was transported a variety of goods, including sand, glass, ice, petroleum products, and others. Several railroads were integrated into the Fairmont and Pittsburgh Railroad, notably including the River Railroad, Cheat Haven Railroad in 1907. Despite these railroads having no track mileage, additionally, in the February of 1915, the 13.5-mile Smithfield Mason and Masontown Railroad became as part of the FMP. Morgantown evolved into a pivotal hub for these coal haulers in the north central West Virginia. It hosted several key railroads, the fm cutting through the town in a north south direction. The Morgantown Kingwood Railroad, established in 1907 between Morgantown and Rossburg, and the Monongahela Railway, which is intersected with the FMP of of Morgantown at Randall. It was initially built by the Scots Run Railway, later known as the Scots Run Branch. The Baltimore and Ohio Railway began operating the FMP starting March of 1915. This acquisition led to the creation of the FMP branch, which later became known as the FMP subdivision within the Pittsburgh division. In 1972, the Baltimore and Ohio Railway, along with its parent company, Chesapeake and Ohio, and the B&O controlled Western Maryland, were collectively integrated with a new holding company named the Chessie System. This sorry, I can't say this word. Well, I just can't say it properly. It's a tongue twister. Was a further this blank was a further expanded in the 1980 with the formation of CSX Corporation, resulting in a merger between Chessie System and other Southern railroads. As the 20th century progressed, the significance of the FMP line diminished due to the closure of the coal mines that were once abundant along its route. The decline was marked with a cessation of passenger service, September 25th, 1953. Additionally, the compila- completion, of Interstate 79, which ran parallel to the railway, further contributed to the decrease of freight traffic on the line. Around 1983, the section of the railway of Morgantown was taken out of service due to a washout at Heilbrand. Consequently, coal trains that usually travel between Grafton and the other areas of Brownfield and Collinsville in Pennsylvania were rerouted. This rerouting was facilitated through the trackage rights of the Monongahela Railway, which ran north of Rivesville on the west bank of the river. In 1989, CSX petitioned to abandon the FMP between Fairmont and Point Marion, Pennsylvania. A landslide between Morgantown and Fairmont in December of 1990 severely impacted the FMP subdivision, prompting the CSX owning company to decide against repairing damage. As a result, they abandoned the line between Fairmont and the CSX MK subdivision, former Morgantown Kingwood Railway. In Morgantown of 1991, they utilized trackage rights over the parallel Monongahela. As of 2023, only a portion of the original FMP line remains operational. This includes a 21.5 mile stretch operated by the Southwest Pennsylvania Railroad, running from Green Junction to Smithfield, Pennsylvania, serving a rail to truck sand facility that supports natural gas and oil industry. Additionally, a shorter 2.3 mile section is still in use, extended from Palantine Junction near Fairmont, a pulp recycling facility near Sanford. This section operates as a part of CSX's American Fibers Industrial Track. Rails to Trails. In 1991, the Mon River Trail Conservancy, a nonprofit organization, was established with the goal of creating a trail network along the declining or abandoned railroad corridors near the Monongahela River or in north central West Virginia. By 1996, the conservancy, in the collaboration with the city of Morgantown, had acquired 51 miles of the former Fairmont Morgantown Pittsburgh rail corridor from CSX. This acquisition was for the purpose of rail banking the corridor to develop a non-motorized trail system. Subsequently, the lands were held under a lease agreement with the West Virginia State Rail Authority. The resulting trail network, encompassing the Mon River, Caperton, and the Sheepskin Trails, was developed over the former FMP line, extending from Protect Fort State Park from north of Fairmont to Point Marion, Pennsylvania, over $2 million from the Transportation Enhancement Recreational Trail funds were invested in acquisition in the construction of this rail trail system in Morgantown area. In 2006, the Mon River and the Deckers Creek achieved the distinction of being designated as a natural recreation rec, rec, sorry, recreation trail. Well, that's all. Despite the FMP having been shut down, yeah, these are my theories that I'm gonna put out. These are my what ifs. What if both of those both the washout and the landslide never happened? Will we still have trains coming through or on the FMP? Put it down in the comments below. See what you think. Thank you guys for watching. Credits and props goes out to the websites that were used in this video, all the images that were used. So I give credit out to that. So I hope y'all have a very good day. Bryson's Trains out.